When you think of royal wedding dresses, you probably imagine price tags in the hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions. But what if I told you that some of the most iconic royal brides in history walk down the aisle wearing dresses that cost less than what most people spend on a regular wedding today? We're talking about future queens and princesses who chose surprisingly affordable gowns that would make your jaw drop when you hear the actual numbers. At number 12, we have Sarah Ferguson's wedding dress. The wedding dress worn at her marriage to Prince Andrew, July 23, 1986, was a custom-made ivory duchy satin gown designed by British designer Linda Shearer. According to Good Housekeeping, the gown featured a fitted bodice with a corset-like structure, which Sarah credited for flattening her figure after losing 26 pounds to fit into it. It had a 3/4 length sleeves, a neat waist, and a full skirt with a 17-foot-long train. Fabric was duchy satin, chosen for its creamy texture, smooth finish, and resistance to creasing. Unlike Princess Diana's taffeta dress, which creased during transport, the dress was richly embroidered and beaded with motifs symbolic humble. Anchors and waves represented Prince Andrew's naval career. Bumblebees and thistles were taken from Sarah's family crest. Hearts and bows symbolized love, and one of Sarah's signature style elements, the Fergie bow, which appeared on the gown's shoulders and back waist. The 17-foot train was embroidered with the couple's intertwined initials, an A and an S sewn into silver beads, a personal touch symbolizing their union. The veil was about 20 feet long, also featuring the couple's initials in silver beads underneath it. Yet, being a wedding dress for a British royal family member, the price of the dress was surprisingly low. It was estimated around $45,000. And by the way, that's nothing compared to some of the dresses we talked about in the most expensive dresses. Check out our other video on that. Here we go with number 11. We have the Crown Princess Victoria of Sweden's wedding dress. Her wedding dress, worn at her wedding to Daniel Westling on June 19, 2010, was designed and sewn by Swedish designer Par Engsteden. The dress was made from pearl white double-sided Duchess satin silk featuring short sleeves and a deep boat neckline, left the shoulders bare, edged by a turned-out collar. The gown had a slim silhouette with a V-shaped back that was fastened with cover buttons. A broad sash at the waist emphasized her figure, and the dress included a detachable train nearly 5 meters long, which matched the shape of her traditional Swedish bridal veil. The craftsmanship was noted for its clean lines and a modern yet timeless royal look. According to Royal Center, the dress was relatively heavy due to its fabric, but well balanced for comfort. Victoria complemented her dress with the historic cameo tiara, which had been worn by her mother, Queen Sylvia, and paternal aunts at their wedding, along with a mid-19th century Brussels lace veil originally worn by Queen Sofia herself. She also wore a traditional sprig of myrtle in her hair, symbolizing love and merit. Her boutique was a rich traditional mix of flowers, including lilies of the valley, roses, orchids, peonies, and others arranged by the royal court florist Clay Carlson. And despite all its features, the price of the dress was quite low, amounting to around $39,000. Next, we have Princess Nina Flor of Greece's wedding dress. Princess Nina Flor of Greece wore a taffeta gown by Chanel for her religious wedding ceremony to Prince Philippos, Greece and Denmark, which took place in Athens. The gown featured an elegant off-the-shoulder neckline with a prominent bow at front and a pleated skirt embodying the sophisticated and timeless style she's known for. According to Business Insider, for her bridal accessories, Nina wore the antique corsage tiara, which she borrowed from her mother-in-law, Queen Anne-Marie of Greece. This tiara has a rich history, originally made from set brooches inherited from Queen Victoria of Sweden. It was then given to Princess Anne-Marie on her 18th birthday in 1964. The tiara has been traditionally worn by Greek royal brides, including Crown Princess Marie Chantal and Princess Tatiana, making Nina the third bride to wear it. Nina complemented her look with a lengthy veil anchored by the tiara. She chose not to wear earrings, instead finishing her ensemble with a gold and pearl bangle bracelet and rings on both hands, which added understated elegance to her overall appearance. The wedding was a significant royal event attended by the entire Greek royal family and Nina's parents, yet having all of its beautiful features, the price of the dress was surprisingly low, amounting to just $35,000, penny in the royal budget. The next 3 royal brides wore tiaras older than their country, but their dresses all under $35K. Let's keep it counting down. At number 9, we have Princess Tatiana of Greece's wedding dress. She wore a strapless wedding gown designed by Angel Sanchez for her marriage to Prince Nicholas of Greece and Denmark, August 25, 2010. The gown was made from 40 meters of French Chantilly lace and featured a molded bottom, creating an elegant and classic silhouette. She complemented the dress with a lace bolero, which she removed for the evening part of the celebration. According to the Count Jewelry, for her headpiece, Princess Tatiana wore the antique corsage tiara, a family heirloom borrowed from her mother-in-law, Queen Anne-Marie of Greece. This tiara was created by Queen Ingrid of Denmark from family brooches and gifted to Queen Anne-Marie again on her 18th birthday. It has a significant royal history and has been worn by members of the Greek royal families, including Marie Chantal and Princess Nina Flor that we just talked about. Tatiana also wore diamonds and pearls and wedding wedding earrings featuring a pearl frame, which she first wore at her wedding and has since worn at other royal events. These earrings were also likely a gift from King Constantine II and Queen Anne-Marie. The wedding ceremony took place at the Cathedral of Agios Nicholas in Greece and was attended by many prominent royals. Despite all of its beautiful features, the price of this dress was quite low, amounting to just $32,000. Next, we have Princess Theodore of Greece's wedding dress. Princess Theodore of Greece's wedding dress was an exquisite creation by Greek designer Celia Chrytherio, worn to her Greek Orthodox wedding ceremony September 28, 2024 at the Metropolitan Cathedral of Athens. According to Hello Magazine, the gown featured an off-the-shoulder Bardot neckline with an embroidered fold-over and a fitted bodice. It had a French lace A-line skirt lavishly embellished with intricate hand-stitched floral motifs inspired by century-old royal pattern. The dress was extensively decorated with over 500,000 tiny crystals and flowers, each applied by hand. The hand-painted organza details added a unique visual effect, making the gown truly one of a kind. Craftsmanship involved nearly 1,200 hours of work by teams of artisans, reflecting meticulous planning over several months of fittings. Princess Theodora wore the historic Khedive of Egypt tiara, a diamond laurel wreath design originally owned by Princess Margaret and passed down through generations of European royalty, including Queen Anne-Marie of Greece, Queen Margaret II of Denmark, Princess Benedict, and Princess Alexia. She wore the Carmick Macross lace veil, embroidered with lily, meadowsweet, and shamrock, a family heirloom first worn by her great-grandmother, Princess Margaret, in 1905 at her wedding. Despite all the glossy features, the price of the dress was surprisingly low. The price of the dress was estimated at $30,000. At number 7, we have Princess Claire of Belgium's weddings. The wedding dress worn at her marriage to Prince Laurent in April 2003 was designed by Edouard Benamouin of the Belgian fashion house Natan, a favored designer amongst royals. The gown was a pale cream color, blending traditional and modern styles. It featured an off-the-shoulder satin bodice with slightly flared full-length skirt, a distinctive Chantilly lace overlay forming full-length sleeves, and a semi-shoulderless look that itself left the shoulders bare while maintaining modesty. The skirt elegantly transitioned into a train through a cleverly designed pleat, allowing fluid movement without excess fabric bulk. The design was likely created with the heirloom lace veil in mind, harmonizing the lace details on the dress with the veil's intricate lace. According to Royal Watcher, Princess Claire wore a delicate diamond tiara gifted by King Albert II and Queen Paola of Belgium on her wedding day, marking a rare instance of a royal wedding tiara being specifically purchased for a bride rather than inherited. She paired the tiara with pearl earrings, a wedding gift from Queen Paola's family. The veil was a family heirloom passed down through Queen Paola's lineage, worn by other royal brides as well. Yet, as all the beautiful features, the price of the dress was surprisingly low. The price of this dress at the time was around $25,000. Coming up, one royal wore a custom gown from El Sab, another wanted $20,000 in lace, and the third just over $7,000. Next, we have Princess Marie of Denmark's wedding dress. Her wedding dress was a custom creation by the Spanish-Italian fashion house Arasa Morelli, designed by David Arasa and Claudio Morelli. She wore it for a wedding to Prince Joachim May 24, 2008, at the church in South Jutland in Denmark. The gown was made of exquisite 19th century inspired Calais lace, featuring floral motifs and French embroidery, covering the dress head to toe. It was off-white and lined with ivory rope woven silk taffeta sourced from Biche in the Loire Valley, France, nodding to Princess Marie's French heritage. The bodice had a sweetheart neckline with lace extending onto the sleeves and back, creating a delicate and elegant effect. The dress had a drop waistline and a flared skirt that ended with a 3-meter-long train, enhancing the regal silhouette. The tulle veil was edged with matching lace, complementing the gown's intricate lace. According to Hello Magazine, Princess Marie wore Princess Dagmar's diamond floral tiara loaned to her by Queen Margaret II of Denmark. This tiara features diamonds set in 3 large flowers and 2 smaller flowers, and it's become Marie's signature piece for formal occasions since her wedding. She also wore diamond earrings made in Geneva, complementing her bridal look with understated sparkle. Yet all the dazzle and the price of the dress this time around was just $22,000. One royal walked down the aisle in a dress that cost less than your salary. And the craziest part, she still looked like a whole princess. At number 5, we have Princess Sofia of Sweden's wedding dress. The wedding dress was custom creation by Swedish designer Ida Sjöstedt, worn at her wedding to Prince Philip June 13, 2005 in the Royal Chapel at the Royal Palace in Stockholm. The gown was made from full silk cream, lined with Italian silk organza, and featured 3 shades of white. It had a deep V-neck bodice adorned with lengthwise applique couture lace made by Jose Maria Ruiz, which was also hand-cut and hand-stitched onto the long train. The dress featured long, narrow sleeves with cut-out lace details, creating an elegant, modest look. According to Vogue, the silhouette was an A-line skirt flowing into a long train designed to build a royal chapel with grace and presence. The lace embellishments ran in lines away from the waist on both the front and back of the dress, adding a refined texture and visual interest. Princess Sofia wore a newly made veil crafted from thin bridal tulle and embroidered with applique sheer cotton lace, and also created by a studio. She wore her own emerald and diamond tiara, a gift from King Carl XVI Gustav and Queen Sylvia. Her jewelry included delicate diamond teardrop earrings. However, the price of the dress was surprisingly low despite all the deaths. The price of the dress at the time was just $20,000, which is pretty low in royal standard. Next, we have Princess Stephanie of Luxembourg's wedding dress. According to Arabia Wedding, the wedding dress was a bespoke creation by Lebanese designer Ali Saab. The gown featured an A-line silhouette with a subtle mermaid effect made of ivory lace embroidered with silver thread and a leaf motif. It had a bateau or boat neck line in front, dipping lower in the back, and 3/4 length lace sleeves. The fitted bodice enhanced Princess Stephanie's figure, while the skirt flowed into 2.5 meters of train. An additional train of 4.5 meters was attached to the waist, totaling of about 13 feet. The entire dress was lavishly embroidered with silver threads, beads, and pearls. The veil was made from glorious ivory silk tulle, 15 meters in length, and attached to a low chignon hairstyle by Tom Marcineau of the House Carita of Paris. Princess Stephanie wore the Altenlon de Bras tiara, a family heirloom with 270 brilliant diamonds set in platinum and leaf motif, echoing the gown's embroidery. She completed her look with simple diamond and pearl drop earrings and a necklace. The bouquet was created by House Lachamp, a Parisian florist. Her makeup was done by Bouzouki, focusing on natural, feminine looks. Despite being an Ali Saab creation, the price of this dress was surprisingly low. It was estimated around $7,500. Next up, one dress cost $5,000 and one just $1,000, and the final royal didn't even pay for her. At number 3, we have Princess Alexandra of Luxembourg's wedding dress, or the religious wedding. Princess Alexandra wore a bespoke wedding gown by Lebanese designer Ali Saab as well. This gown was made of satin and Bardot style off the shoulders, neckline, featuring an intricate bodice that combined structured cross-body pleating and delicate embroidered time. It had a soft A-line silhouette flowing elegantly with a long train. The dress was complemented by a full-length silk wool veil embellished with pearls, sequins, and crystal-centered miniature flowers, adding an ethereal and sparkling. The veil was hand-embroidered with fine lace appliques, enhancing the delicate and refined look. And according to Town & Country, the gown was reportedly a recreation of an existing champagne-colored Ali Saab design from the fall 2022-2023 haute couture collection, adapted specifically for the princess. Princess Alexandra secured her veil with the Chaumet choker tiara, diamond tiara that's been in the Luxembourg Grand Ducal family for 3 generations. This tiara can also be worn as a choker necklace and was previously worn by her grandmother, Grand Duchess Josephine Charlotte, and her mother, Grand Duchess Teresa. 2 more modern diamond pearl drop earrings from a family collection, and the same earrings her mother-in-law, Hereditary Grand Duchess Stephanie, wore at her civil wedding. Though it may sound like a pricey dress, the real cost of the dress was $5,000, which is pretty ordinary according to royal standards. Next, we have Princess Tessy of Luxembourg's wedding dress. She wore a white ruffled wedding dress with a black belt for her intimate wedding ceremony to Swiss businessman Frank Floessel on July 23, 2021 in Zurich, Switzerland. The gown featured multiple layers of ruffles, giving it a romantic and textured look, while the black belt added a modern, striking contrast to the otherwise classic white dress. Her hair was styled in an elegant bun, complementing the sophisticated yet simple style of the dress. Tessy authorized with a diamond necklace and matching earrings, adding understated sparkle bright look. She also carried a bouquet composed of white roses and foliage, which enhanced the fresh and elegant feel composed ensemble. The wedding was a small private affair attended by close family and friends. Tessy's son from her first marriage, Prince Gabriel and Prince Noah, served as the best men, while Frank's daughter from a previous relationship was the bride. Tessy was pregnant with their first child together, time which she revealed shortly before the wedding. The white ruffled gown with a distinctive black belt paired with diamond jewelry and elegant updo reflects a blend of classic romance and contemporary style, suitable for an intimate ceremony. The price of the dress just $1,000, which was pretty low considering royal standard. And at number 1, we have Princess Beatrice of York's wedding dress. The wedding dress worn at her wedding to Edoardo Mapley Mozzi, July 17, 2020, was a vintage gown originally designed by Sir Norman Hartnell for Queen Elizabeth II in the early 1960s. The Queen kindly loaned the dress to her granddaughter for the ceremony, which was held privately at the Royal Chapel of All Saints Royal Lodge in Windsor. The gown is made of ivory potawatomi taffeta trimmed with ivory Duchess satin. It features a full-length skirt, softened from the original crinoline silhouette to a more contemporary shape. The bodice and waist are adorned with geometric hand embroidery and crystals and diamonds, forming a checkered pattern typically of Hartnell's style. Short triple organza leaves were added for the wedding, embroidered with vintage diamondettes to match the dress's original embellishment. The underskirt and petticoats were recreated and bound with silk tulle to complement the updated silhouette. Princess Beatrice wore the Queen Mary fringe tiara and family heirloom previously worn by Queen Elizabeth II and Princess Anne at their wedding. According to Town and Country magazine, the Queen's dressmaker Angela Kelly and designer Stuart Patrick were responsible for the dress's alterations and fitting, as it was a loan from the Queen. Beatrice and her family didn't pay a single penny for the dress, making it the cheapest royal wedding dress. With this, we end today's video. We'll be back with a new video shortly. Until then, happy watching and do subscribe to our channel if you still haven't.